already know if you get a visual, better give them for AP. Ah!
Alright, what's going on with you, sir?
What's going on?
Nothing much. Good to see you again. How you been, man?
Shit, just been working, man, grinding every single day, man.
Oh, no, trust. Let's give the people a quick introduction of you. Who is Reggie Gardens and why do we never see him?
Reggie Gardens is my producer, actually. You never see him because he doesn't like cameras. He doesn't like being out in the public. And he stays in the studio. He never comes out.
So yeah, he's like a studio rat. He's antisocial a little bit.
Completely. Like, he doesn't have Instagram, he doesn't have Facebook. He doesn't even have like an updated Android phone.
Okay, so when do we get to hear from him?
I guess when my album comes out. Not this one that's coming out this month, but the double album, because he produced a lot of that shit.
And you have a name for it?
Everything Falls Apart. That's the first disc, and the second disc is The Sun Still Rises.
Okay. Any concepts behind them?
What I wanted to do with this album is kind of make a comparison between the two. It's kind of like day and night almost. Everything falls apart eventually. It's basically like the downhill, you know what I'm saying? And then the sun still rises. It's like, you know, all right, cool, back up again. So it's just a combination between the two. But it's two separate albums, two completely separate albums, but it's all one big album put together.
Okay. And how long have you been working on the projects?
Since 2013.
Oh, wow, so a minute. So a little minute.
Right, so almost 10 years. I done went through so many different changes. I done changed the track list, who was all going to be on the project, the concepts, even the titles. I done went through like 2 or 3 different titles. The only idea that stayed the same was it was going to be a double album, 2 separate albums, and it was going to be 15 songs for each album. So it's 30 songs altogether.
What really held it back from coming to a completion?
Distractions, regular life shit happening, and then like I didn't really start mastering my pen game until I want to say like 2 years ago. I'd always been nice with the pen or whatever, but it wasn't until 2 years ago when I finally like came to it. It finally like clicked fully, and I understood songwriting a lot better. So, and then my production game almost also went up too, because I started producing when I was 16. I didn't start getting really good at producing until 10 years later. And then last year and the year before that were the years that I really started upping everything. So now I figured out my game plan of what I want to do, and it sounds better than it's ever sounded before. So now I'm able to fully be confident in giving it out to the public when it's finished.
Okay, what would you say really helped in developing in the process of just the songwriting, getting better at that?
Shit, I don't know. Like, it really just came to me. I've been writing lyrics for so long that I guess it just kind of took like baby steps.
Right,
like,
right.
You know, first it's just trying to put rhymes together, then it's like upping your vocabulary, then it's coming up with good concepts and thinking outside the box. So it took years for it, but I guess all the crazy shit that had been happening kind of gave me a lot more stuff to talk about. And I don't know, I'm just a sponge when I hear about shit. When I see shit on TV or in the news and whatnot, like I incorporate all these different events and whatnot into my storytelling.
So you're really substance driven?
Basically.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, basically substance driven, but I'm versatile. I can do anything. You know, I'm not just stuck in one box. That's pretty much why the collective I got is called No Name. No name to what we do. It's all just, you can't put a name on it. You can't put a definition or category or categorization on it. You can't.
Okay, speaking of your collective, give us a little more info on the No Name.
No Name, I started it I thought the name back in 2016 when I was at GCDC. There was a few people I already had in mind for it, but that, just like the double album, it gradually changed over time.
Right.
You know, I used to think that I wanted to have like a million motherfuckers in it like Wu-Tang, but less is more at the end of the day. It's good to have a solid team of people who are good at doing more than one thing.
No, I trust.
You know, so, but right now it's like a good 5, 6, 7 solid people. And they all play their position as, you know, rappers, singers, producers, engineers, video directors, photographers, You know, No Name is really just a bridge for everybody to walk on. It's not well, No Name will last forever, but being a part of No Name just as an individual, it's not going to last forever for everybody. It's just a big stepping stone, really, you know, unless people want to stay with No Name, you know, because I'm going to eventually make it into a record label. Right now it's just a collective, but you know, just a bunch of people that I know who are like-minded and have that same mind to try to get some shit done. And you know, we have these crazy ideas, shit that people don't think of, so it's like, why not capitalize off that? You know, join forces.
No, trust, I get you. Let's take a little second for a backstory. Mind I ask where you're from, sir?
I'm originally from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Oh, word, Florida boy.
Yeah. I was born in '93. Moved to like the north side of Atlanta in 1996, so I was 3 years old. I was living with my grandmother, mom, dad, and my oldest sister when I was in Florida. Migrated over to Jacksonville before we moved to Atlanta. Just me, my mom, my pops, and my oldest sister. We've been living here since.
And how you been liking it here?
Shit, it's got its ups and its downs. Like I lived in a pretty good community. Had both my parents in the household. You know, they were both working class, living like upper class, middle class type of environment and shit. It was cool, you know. But you get the good side and the bad side of everything. We lived in basically Whiteville, so we was around all these little, you know,
Whiteville.
All these goofy ass motherfucking Republican type motherfuckers, you know. But you know, I met a lot of cool people. I learned how to be a man over there too. You know, it taught me a lot, especially having my father in the house.
Oh no, trust, that's absolutely a plus. What type of kid would you say that you were?
Shit, I was always the class clown. I always was just joking around and doing dumb shit. But then I had my times when I was quiet, you know what I'm saying? I was always good in literature. Like that's how I became so good at writing. I started writing poetry when I was like in the 3rd grade. The middle school and high school, that was kind of tough, but you know, fuck it, I got through that shit. You know, graduated on time, and you know, that was that. I was still like the class clown in high school, but I was an outcast. Like I had some friends, but I was that weirdo kid everybody was talking about, that type of shit. But I embrace that shit now. I wear that shit everywhere I go.
Yeah, how would you think that shaped you as a man growing up?
It taught me to stop giving a fuck what people think.
For sure, for sure.
They're gonna talk bad about you whether you do something good or bad. I done got punished for doing the right things and doing the wrong things. So
yeah,
I'd rather get punished doing what the fuck I want to do and not living up to nobody's standards but my own. So everybody should live that way. Everybody will be a lot better off in society once they stop giving a fuck. As long as you're not hurting nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to give a fuck about people's personal opinion. That stands for anything. The way you dress, how you talk, the way you look, even something down as trivial as who you go to sleep with at night. Like, all that shit is irrelevant to me. All that matters to me is that you give me my proper respect as a fucking man. Everything else don't matter.
No, solid. Love to hear it.
Right.
Alright, question. What would you say would be some of your earlier music influences that have, you know, kind of shaped your style today?
Shit. Back when I first discovered what hip hop was, when I was like 3, I was in the LL Cool J, Tupac, Wu-Tang, Biggie, you know, all the hot people that was out in the 90s. I would say high school is when I started like getting a wider musical scope. Because, you know, my parents, they listen to all types of music. My oldest sister, I gotta give her props. She put me on to a lot of shit. I would sneak in their rooms and listen to a whole bunch of random ass CDs and, you know. But then high school, you know, I started getting into metal music a lot more, like Korn and, you know, Black Sabbath. My homeboy Robert Heavy, shout out to Robert. He put me on to a lot of that shit. Portishead. He put me on the fucking Portishead. That's like one of the best, some of the best music I've ever heard in my life. Portishead, like their album Dummy is flawless. And then if you want to go hip hop, like shit, MF Doom, of course, rest in peace to him. Nas, shit, so many different people. The Roots, Far Side, like even a lot of ATL people like Ludacris,
Hey, Luda.
T.I., Gucci. I wasn't a huge Gucci fan, but some of his shit I fucked with. It's a lot of people like Queens of the Stone Age. I fuck with their shit heavy. genres like jazz, hip hop, R&B, old school R&B mainly. Anything from like '98 and before that, really, as far as R&B goes. There's some nice R&B now, but it wasn't fucking with the '60s and the '70s and the '80s. SOS Band, you know what I'm saying? Like Teddy Pendergrass, even old funk like Parliament, all that shit. Listen to everything. Everything like you could think of.
Okay. What about as far as production? What were some of your earlier influences?
Oh shit. Definitely like the main ones everybody talks about, like Dr. Dre, Neptunes, DJ Premier, who else? Timbaland, of course. People don't give Jake one his props.
Oh
He's
yeah,
made
Jake
a lot
one
of
is
fire
sick.
shit
Jake
over
one
the
is
past
sick.
15 years. Terrace Martin,
for sure.
Soundwave, Justice League. There's so many different people. I don't want to leave nobody out.
Sounds like you're big into the real orchestra, jazzy instrumentation type music.
I like those type of beats more than anything. Like somebody I give props to for having an incredible ear for production is Rick Ross.
Lit, for sure.
Because he has that good balance between like luxurious rap that sounds like it belongs in one of those mafia movies and then some trap shit that belongs in like a drag racing soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it all sounds sonically like all one and it's cinematic. I like that shit. Those are the type of beats that I enjoy making and the type of beats that I like to hear.
Okay, speaking of Rick Ross, do you have any entrepreneurships or deals going on or any in the works?
Shit, well, I'm trying to start up a record label, No Name Records. It's going to be completely separate from the collective. The collective is just all talent, all unsigned people. It's just a group of people. No Name Records is strictly just going to be between me, Eiffel, and Solo. We're going to be all the three co-CEOs of it. No Name Unlimited Clothing. I'm going to start that up pretty soon. We're just going to start small with hoodies and, hats and t-shirts. Then we want to try to diversify it into, sweatshirts and, track suits and even tennis shoes and all that. Even small accessories like belts and, shoelaces or something, socks. I want to start getting into writing scripts because I have a couple movie ideas. That's about it, really. I have a lot of other ideas I can't think of off the top of my head. These are really good ideas. I kind of don't want to give them away.
Oh no, yeah, keep them in the tuck right now. Yeah, don't give all the sauce away.
Yeah, but everybody doesn't know the line, so that's not gonna be too, much of anything for somebody try to copy off of it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm really mainly just focused on the music right now. Just trying to build up my catalog and. I like music. I want to make music that I enjoy listening to, stuff that I would listen to.
Right.
I'm not trying to fit nobody's criteria, especially here in Atlanta. They want everybody to sound a certain way, and nothing wrong with that. I don't disrespect nobody because everybody got their own lane. I don't take nothing away from nobody having their own lane. I just know my lane.
Truth.
So
be honest with you.
I don't knock nobody else, but I know what my lane is as far as music goes. So I want to be remembered as somebody that said that music that guy made, that would inspire me to make the best album. Like whatever inspired Nas to make Illmatic and Fast Forward, whatever made Kendrick Lamar inspired to make Good Kid, Mad City. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be one of those motherfuckers where 20, 30 years down the line they say this album influenced a whole generation of people. That type of shit. I'm not trying to be the best rapper. I'm not trying to be the richest rapper. I'm not trying to be the most popular. I just want to be one of the most influential. That I can live with. Me not having a billion #1 albums, I mean, that's small to me. Because you think Beyonce gives a fuck that 7 billion people didn't buy her record?
I don't
One of
think
the
so.
highest selling acts of all time. You think Eminem is mad?
I don't think so.
Exactly.
Maybe just a little bit.
Well, yeah, he mad about he mad about a lot of shit.
He likes to be mad.
Rightfully
That's besides
so.
the point.
Rightfully so, though. But I'm just more concerned about longevity and having quality over quantity.
No, trust. I feel that. Is there anything that you want to leave the world with before you dip out of here?
Shit. Virus, the album with me and Mr. Pia, otherwise known as Blacc House. He's doing the production. I'm doing the spitting. 3/25, March 25th. That's when the project comes out. I'm about to release a video for it. What's the day? The 4th.
Yep.
and it's what, Friday. So the 11th, I will be dropping that video, and the album will come after that on 325. Look for it on Bandcamp. Look on my IG, the Black Market with V's instead of A's. So THEBLVCCMVRKET. You know, go on there and you'll be able to find my Bandcamp link, and I have a few other projects on there, a few instrumental projects, and a few EPs out there. Double album, Everything Falls Apart Eventually, The Sun Is Still Rising, will come out towards the end of this year, and then Black Figures, the second Black House project, will be out sometime this year, if not next year. It's got a lot of projects coming out, so look out for it. Black Market.
All right. No, I appreciate your time, sir. Many blessings for the future. We definitely gonna be putting some work in, but for now, we out of here.
Thank you. See y'all later.
Peace.